Good morning. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is there for you. Hopefully your Saturday is going good. So I've been a little bit missing in action in the last 10 days. Ever since I had that breakdown during the last stream I did. Which, if you didn't see it, good. I hope you didn't. Um, and I kind of had a realization that I think that Honey Grab is too big of a project for me to just continue going on it. And so I started something new for the last 10 days, and I'm probably going to put like around a month in it. Mid-sentence. Sorry if I started talking earlier. Um, so this is what I've been working on. Hey, Johnny, how are you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. This is what I've been working on the last 10 days. And this is my attempt at making a game that has like the potential to go viral, or at least sell a few copies while I continue working on Honey Grab, because it's going to be a long journey, because Honey Grab isn't nearly being ready. It still has a long way to go. Yeah, exactly. Like Honey Grab is, I'm doing pretty good. I've had a pretty good week switching like my focus a little bit, because Honey Grab was just taking a very long time. The game that I was making was taking a very long time. And I didn't see the end of the tunnel, so I started a new project that is a lot smaller in scope, and that I see the end of the tunnel already after 10 days. So this is like kind of like a rage game, I'd call it. It's already pretty decently polished. So you can play, and then it's going to be a co-op game. Yeah, we can definitely, I'm going to release a full demo. But I'm waiting on Steam to like actually like publish the page and stuff. So it's kind of on like a little bit like getting over it, but horizontal. But we'll have demos, a demo soonish. It just really depends on when Steam like approves me. So like right now we only have the demo level, and so you could have two people. And if you have two people, you have one person controlling the right wing and one person controlling the left wing. So each person gets to control. It's a point and click game. That doesn't matter. Everyone starts somewhere, Johnny. Like, don't feel bad about if your game doesn't look pretty. My games don't really look pretty either. This will be like $3, I think. $3 or $4. So one person controls the left wing, one person controls the right wing. You can angle the wings forward and back. Each person can angle it forward and back. It's okay, LOL. What's okay? So if the left wing is angled forward and then they flap the wing, it moves to the left. If it's angled backwards and they flap, it moves it like angles it. So, and if both wings are forward and you flap, you go forward. And so you can like slow down, speed up. No, you can also play single player. It'll be both. But like I'll have different like leaderboards for single player. And so the goal is to not crack your egg, because you're trying to make it back home without cracking. Is the whole goal. And there's like a bunch of different traps, and I think I'm gonna make it so that I might make it so you can play local I think I'll maybe add, I don't know, that's hard, because the way that you currently have to flap the wing is you could do really small flaps. Right? You see how I'm doing really small flaps? Or you could do really big ones, because you move the mouse to flap the wings. So it's a little bit different than like just pressing a button. And so like I might allow for multiplayer on the same screen. But if I do, what I have to set up then is I have to like allow you to like connect multiple mice. Arrow keys is a little hard, because it's kind of like you got to do it fast, and you have to have like more like granular control. And if you hit stuff, you obviously break, right? And then if you like get really broken, then it didn't fully break me. And if you get really broken, you break your egg and go out of the shell. But I think if I do allow it, it'll have to be with controller support, because I think you're going to need a controller to do it. It's not dead. You can just restart at a checkpoint. And you restart with the same amount of health that you pass the checkpoint with. And I think the KFC. And I think the leaderboard is going to be Yeah, there's lava chicken. I think the leaderboard is going to be based off of like the percent. There's some visual bugs still, obviously, but I think it's gonna be based off the percentage that you finish with, like the percentage of like damage. So if you get 100% damage, you're leading the leaderboard, and then it's gonna be based off time. Secondly, so if everyone like beats the level without taking any damage, then it will be based off time. But yeah, I have a script for a long form video that kind of like explains. Yeah, see, that's a big visual bug that I need to fix. But I have a long form video and I do make a lava chicken joke. All right, see you, Dej. Have fun with your chores. If you beat it, you have a mini game where you're a little crossy road bird. Maybe. But then I also made some like level for like a city. And then this one's kind of hard. I think I need to slow this down a little bit because like I can't. Ooh. Bye, Doge. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day. And then there's some cars, and then there's some other cool stuff. Ooh. But what do you guys think of it? Does it look good? Do you think it has potential? I mean, I think I made it pretty far for only working on it for 10 days. And then this is the last little section. And the full game will obviously be a lot longer than this. Plus, this game, I'm making it kind of look easy. I mean, the demo will be free, like for sure. So I'm gonna release a demo at first. That's a weird bug. I don't know what that is. It has potential. Yeah, that's what I think. Like, I think it's a game that like streamers can play. It's a game that you can play with your friends. It's a little hard to control, but like that's like the point of it, right? And then if you make it to the end, you make it to the end. And you got to be careful not to break yourself while falling down. Yeah, so what I just showed you will probably be the demo level. Like, just everything that I kind of just went through. And I think it'll take the average person like 15-20 minutes to beat it, because I have a lot of experience like playtesting it, and I kind of know how to use the controls. And if you want to like 100% it, it'll take a really long time, honestly. Because it's a challenging game. But I also worked on a level editor. Let's see. I have to actually, because in the demo build, it's not going to be a thing because it's nowhere near ready, and I probably wasted way too much time working on it. But I have a level editor, and then I can edit the levels, and I can come in here, and I can like, this is like in game, so this would be like a badge idea. What's the badge idea? And then you can like edit the level like in game, right? Like you can like add like items and objects, and you can like edit them, right? Like I could make the swing angle like 360 instead, for example, and then it'll go all the way around. Or I guess I cap it to 180, which makes sense. You're lagging. But yeah, like a full rotation, and you can like edit all of the traps that way. It still has a long way before this is like truly ready. Because I spent way too much time on the level editor. I spent like probably 5 days on it. If I didn't, like, I would have already probably released the game. Can you make the swing dong thing smaller? Yeah, like, see, one of the issues is it's really hard to grab stuff. That's why it's buggy, right? Like I could make it like really small if I wanted to, and then I could set like this to like 10 or whatever. I don't know. And when I click off of it, it'll be updated to that. And that honestly took so much effort because like you have to make the traps work with like different things. And I didn't even actually use this in the level that I made. I made a little win box thing too. I actually don't know if it. Yeah, it looks kind of bad right now. It looks really bad. What is going on? I have not used that in a bit. The Shadow Wizard Monkey Gang. But this is like an eventual release. This might release as the full game, but probably not because this was like kind of really hard and challenging to make and took a lot of effort. Yeah, so this would be maps that you can import, right? Anyone can come in here and make a map, and then you could export it to. This might break everything. Yeah, it does. You could export it to. Like, oh, you can like then test the levels, and then you can. Okay, I obviously have broken my level editing, or my loading screen. But then you can test this level, and once you beat the level. You can upload it to Steam, and then other people can download it. At least that's the idea. It obviously needs like a lot more polish, and like that's kind of why I stopped working on it as much, because it was difficult. Also, I didn't show you Lava Chicken yet. I need to add like actual lava, like decals and stuff. I'm gonna Isaac the Goat God into chat. Who's that? But it could allow viruses. No, it won't. It won't allow for that because the only thing that you can transfer is a JSON. So like the worst case that someone could do is they could like upload a file to your computer, but like you would still have to like run it, and even if it's a JSON, you're probably gonna need to like download a program that like will specifically parse out something that they want you to do. Plus, everything will be through Steam, so I think they have their own like virus checkers on their workshop. Oh, he does look pretty sick. He kind of looks like a dragon. I'm not gonna lie, looks like a dragon goat. Yeah, I know Gary's mod. It's a pretty cool game. I haven't played it much, but like the concept is really, really cool. Isaac bring lucks to all small channels. Thank you. I'll take all the luck I could get. There were some mods that had viruses, I assume. But this will all be through Steam. Like it's through the Steam workshop. Like I'm not gonna have people send like stuff not outside of Steam. And I haven't looked into it, so like I can't say for sure. But I assume Steam handles checks for viruses and stuff like that. But I don't actually know. Like I definitely have to look more into how Steam workshops work. But they weren't viruses. Oh, what were they then? What is that, Johnny? Yeah, they were false advertising. Oh, it's also the spike trap. I didn't show it to you guys earlier. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, but really bad. Yeah, but these will be free. Like if you're making a map for the love of the game rather than for money, because like there's no way to monetize on Steam Workshop, or like I guess I could probably give you like a Steam like skin or something. I don't know for making a map, but like I don't think that you would get paid for making maps. So like it doesn't really matter if they're false advertising because you download it and then like ultimately nothing happens, right? Oh. Yeah, I make this game look a little bit easier than it actually is because it's really challenging. Find lots of bad pics on your screen? I don't know what that means. But you guys have... Are the visuals... Okay, so Delta, this takes a little bit of explaining. So last stream I had, and just lately, the way that I've been feeling about Honey Grab was that the game didn't really have what it takes, or at least it would take so much effort and time to get it into a place where I needed it to be, so that it could be like a commercially viable game that was fun to play. So I started a smaller project that I've been working on for just the last 10 days. I started it 10 days ago. And I plan on only working on it for like about a month before releasing it. And it's kind of like a rage game, I guess, is kind of the concept. And each person will be able to control one wing. So the left person, the right person can control a wing. And then each wing can be angled forward and backwards. And so when you angle a wing forwards, you go like the opposite direction. And then if you angle the wing backwards, you go in like that direction, right? It's kind of hard to explain. But then both wings can be angled. And if they're both angled forward, you go forward. And if they're both angled back, you go back. And it's like a 3D platformer rage game. And if you hit stuff, you take a certain amount of damage based off of like the item you hit and the speed you hit it at. And then you lose when your shell breaks. Or your egg. I'm going to try and work on my game while watching. Yeah, go for it. People aren't subbing to you because this is fire. Well, it was hard. I think Honey Grab is just way too big of a scope. Like there's just so much stuff. Is a famous last word before spending 6 months working on something? Yeah, that is very true. But like this is already pretty decently polished. Like I could release a demo tomorrow and be happy with it. I can't release the demo yet because I'm waiting on like the Steam page to be approved, and then I have to wait for the demo page to be approved. But like I am already very happy with how it feels to play and how it plays. I think the looks could take a little bit of a up. Like I think there's some visual bugs here and there, but like I think it's pretty fun. I think it has intrigue. And I think that it is a decent smaller game that like hopefully could bring like at least a little bit of revenue. Like I'm not looking for this game to be like crazy, but like a little bit of revenue while I continue working on Honey Grab. Oh, I have to, at max you'll probably get like $12 from it. I mean, maybe like I could get $12, or I could get like a few hundred or 1,000. I don't know. But like I think the game has potential, and I think it really honestly doesn't need too much more work for it to be like a good game. Which like if you ask me like how long it would take Honey Grab to be a good game, like it's nowhere near it. But like I mean, just where your online status right now? I don't know what that means. The issue with game development is 90% of games take several months and don't even recover the 100% Steam upload fee. Yeah, absolutely. And I think you look at like most of those games, and most of those games are, I'm not going to say most of them. A lot of those games are literally really bad. Like they just stole assets from places and they have no plot, or they're not fun, or it's just like the same thing that like every other person but every other person can like make that in like the same, like in zero time. Well, I think it doesn't matter if people don't know about me. If I get like a big streamer to play it, or like some friends or whatever, right? If I get someone big to play it, it doesn't matter. If I get someone big to cover it. And like I think that's where I've been kind of going wrong. I've been like, I want to build my own following, but like it's a lot easier to like utilize other people's following. You know? I'm about to make a demo about my game for early development on your channel. That's sick. Go do it. Maybe you'll find people who want to play it. But like asset flips are most Unity and Unreal games. Godot doesn't have a big asset flip marketplace, so most people in there are more creative. Yeah, and I think I think a lot of the games that like fully like fail are like they don't have any fun mechanics. They don't like every game that I've seen that has been decent has at least a little bit of people who have played it. I'm eating deviled eggs. Deviled eggs are good. All right, I see you, Johnny. Um, and like I feel like this I don't know if it has like the biggest chance to succeed, but I think like the effort to like success possible ratio that I'm putting into this as opposed to what I put into Honey Grab is significantly higher. Cuz like I think that this is like pretty much ready for a demo. Like I need to do some more multiplayer testing. But like this is a game, right? There's a loop, there's a goal, there's a reason to do better, which is like leaderboard, which I guess I haven't implemented leaderboard yet because I need to look a little bit more into Steam leaderboards. There's some visual bugs here and there, but like I know exactly what they are, and I just need to fix them. Visually, I think it looks all right. Definitely not anything to write home about, but like it's definitely not an asset flip. I made all of these myself, you know. You should make a game mode thingy. Among Us flopped before it made generational wealth years later. Luck plays an unfortunately big factor. Absolutely true. Luck plays a massive factor in how well a game does. But if I release the game and it's just out in the world, the odds of it, like there's a possibility of it doing what Among Us did, where it succeeds like a year down the line. Right, but if I don't release anything ever and I just have Honey Grab sitting on my computer, the odds of something blowing up are negative or zero. Like Wars and Grow a Chicken. I probably won't add game modes because this is like a small project, right? I'm gonna make one big map, maybe make the level editor like all right. I don't know 100%. The level editor was a nightmare. I should have never attempted. That was way too big of a scope. But like I think that's one thing that like a lot of game devs kind of rely on is they slowly release a catalog of games, and like even if the game doesn't like do super well, you probably still have like a few people a day like downloading it, or maybe like a few people a week, which like adds up over time. If you have like 4 or 5 games, like if you have like people downloading each one like once a day, like it adds up. The level editors are evil. I can show you how far I got with mine, and to be fair, I was like so done with it, and I just asked AI to help me with it pretty much, and it still ended up pretty atrocious. But like we got pretty far. Like I'm gonna delete this one because that trap isn't working at all. You can like grab traps, you can like place them, move them around, you can scale them up, and they all still work. Their logic works. You can like edit things about them. Like if I wanted to make it go really fast, I could go like 1, and it goes really fast. And if I wanted it to like go all the way around, we could do like 180. And like all of it kind of works. It's really hard to use. You know, and so it's like it was a lot of effort to get this far even. So I think eventually like I'll release this, but like demo, this is not releasing with the demo for sure. But yeah, the level design aspect of this game was actually kind of pretty hard because it's in 3 dimensions as opposed to like 2 dimensions, and so you have to like design a level where you can't just like cheese things in like the 3rd dimension, whether that be like up, down, or left and right. Yeah, level editors, I feel like you always start saying, oh, I'm gonna make a sick level editor, it's gonna be pretty easy to do, and then you just spend an ungodly amount of time trying to make them work. But like this isn't like, it's not bad. Okay, Dolls, I have a question that I don't really have an answer to. Do Raytat class clamp the camera? Well, it's kind of hard because I need the player to be able to come in here and then like build stuff on the inside. So like I can't like cast the camera. Like I need them to be able to like come in here and like edit stuff. And then like can like go outside of it again. You know? But so currently I'm using triplanar mapping for all of these so that when they scale, it doesn't affect the texture at all. It doesn't stretch. For the main game, not the editor. I think it's a little bit better just to have it cut out because like you can be really up close against a wall and I think it would look really, really bad. Because like if you're up against a wall, like I feel like you're not going to be able to see anything that you're doing. But I use triplanar mapping for this, but then that creates like a lot of issues with like shaders because if I'm making the maps so that they're like JSON serializable and you can just download them, I'm not going to be able to bake the entire like shader. Like right now, if I was just releasing the demo like I'm going to, I can like hard bake that like variant of the material, but like I'm gonna have like I can't bake like there's like 10 billion variants if I just want to bake the entire triplanar material. It's like I don't really have a solution for when its levels are going to be downloaded via JSON. Still no score on the live point thing. That's brutal. But I don't have a solution to that yet. I hate materials and shaders and stripping and but like I think the one thing I really need to fix still is my textures. I don't love these textures. Cause like I made them and like they kind of look bad. But like so also right Delta, if I'm like here, my like camera's gonna need to be so zoomed. It's gonna be like my camera needs to be like right here. But this isn't baked lighting. It's you have to like bake the shader variants, which is weird because you need to like pre-compile all the shaders, and I think it'll work. I actually haven't tried to build this. I think it'll work if everything's already in the scene because I can just strip the unused variants so that it only bakes or pre-compiles the variants that are in the scene, which then would only be like 20. Zed said he wasn't going to be able to make it today. But the issue is that there's like billions. If I tried to like bake all of the variants or compile all of the variants, I forget. I don't know what it said. But it's just too big and I don't have a solution to it yet. Well, my solution is to just not use triplanar mapping, but then everything looks stretched, as opposed to scaling nicely with the textures. Yeah, I think if the camera had like clipping like that, this would like look really bad. Like I don't love how the see-through works. But I think it looks better than... I think what I need to do is I need to like turn on like both sides rendering, and then this would look a little bit better. Because right now what's happening is I'm only rendering one side, so when my camera's here, it just looks invisible. But when I go a little bit higher, you can see how it's using the cutout. But when it's in the middle, it's just invisible because it's not rendering the back face. You might have stuff going on. I also skipped last stream day because I had just started on this project and I was just like, I'm gonna develop a little bit before we go. But yeah, I'm gonna release the demo for this hopefully this week, and if it's not this week, then it'll have to be in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks because Thanksgiving. I'm editing. Nice. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what Zed's singing. But because I'm going away for Thanksgiving, so I don't know if I'll be able to release a demo because I need to like test it on multiple like computers, and like it's just a lot of like work to like release a build when I'm not at my main computer. Editing my vid, about to release it. How do I figure out download it to my device? Figure it out. But yeah, I'm gonna release the demo for this. Hopefully this week, and if it's not this week, then it'll have to be in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks because Thanksgiving. But yeah. So I don't know exactly when the demo will be out, but I think it has some some potential. I don't think it's gonna be the next big game, but I think it has some potential. Clamping the camera seems less distracting than seeing the map through the cutout. See if it works. Maybe add it as an option. Also lets you do backface culling always for optimization. Yeah, but I'm not dealing with like a lot of like triangles. Like I have 14 I have 1,000 or 100,000 triangles, and like that's not even with like I don't have distance based like proximity based culling, which like I could very easily do. So like all of this is still rendered. It's not being simulated because I turn off the trap simulation when you get too far. But I could also add distance based culling and get that down even more. So I'm not super worried about the triangle count, because backface culling only like doubles the triangle count. Or sorry, backface, like having the backface rendered. You should add pets as a customization. Hey, 2009. Probably showing up halfway through this. This is just the new project I've been working on. But like, so birthday reveal? I don't know about that. If I like pause this, right? Let's go back up. Okay, so like if I had like clipping, like you said, right? What we're doing is we're being right here. Like this is where the camera has to be. I feel like that's more distracting than it being back here with it rendered out. You know? It will give me hype again. I don't think that's what gives people hype. I think I got to make a good game that people care about. Is kind of what I got to do. But like, so this is where the face is, right? And like, probably it's even more going to be like here. Like that's where the camera would be. Like I feel like that's not very pleasant. All right, see you, Griff. Hopefully you have a good rest of your Saturday. I don't think we're going to stream much longer. I just wanted to streaming a VR game. That's fun. But do you guys have any like feedback for this, like before you leave? On game voice chat and dis. Because I'd love any feedback, like visual, like gameplay wise, like anything that you think would be good. But like I think the goal is to get like streamer type people to play it. If I can. Pretty good. Honey Grab Remastered Deluxe should be $80, made in Unreal Engine with TA and Height Lumen and DLS3, and sponsored by Sweet Baby Inc. That would be a project. But I might add like hats for customization, but like honestly, I think I don't want to get into like the customization issues, and like I feel like the game is just kind of simple as it should be. But I haven't done enough testing with multiplayer yet, because like there's not really an easy way to do it yet, because I don't have it on Steam. And it's like inviting players is kind of really obnoxious. But I definitely need to test it with multiplayer. But then I think I'm gonna make leaderboards for like leaderboards for single player and multiplayer, so that like it's not like you're just benefited to go single player all the time. I accidentally added you speaking to my prototype video. Oh, this game I'm making, 2009. This is what I've been working on for the last 10 days about. It's like a co-op rage game. Each person controls one wing, or You could play single player where you control two. You can angle each wing forward and backwards. Oh, I see a graph. And so if you angle them both forwards and you flap, you can like change the direction. If one angles forward, you go that way. If one angles forward, you go that way. And if they both angle back, or like it's like a combination of both, you like spin in the same spot. And the goal is to get to the end without breaking your egg. And then if you break your egg, that happens. But this is just like a short project that I picked up because I can actually see the end of the tunnel with this, and like it's not something that will take me another year to finish. Because like for 10 days, this is, I feel like, a crazy amount of progress. No, it'll be fine. One person controlling each wing won't be bad. Famous last words. That's very true. So like the way that it works right now is you're pretty much just sending between the computer how much lift you're generating on each side. So like it's really not going to be hard computationally or networking. Because like you're only sending like one I think it's a float of information each like frame. You're really not sending a lot. And then I guess you have to send like the position. All right, good luck. You gotta send the position of the actual bird. It's super strong wood. Lava doesn't affect it. But yeah, it shouldn't be computationally heavy at all, honestly. Like the one thing that is maybe computationally heavy is like running the physics for like the pendulum and then like these falling objects and that sort of stuff. But like none of it is actually synced like between clients or between like users. It's all just like based off of like world time. So like when you start a level, it syncs the timing between the two. And then this is based off of purely time. It's calculating its position based off of time. And the time is the exact same on both computers. And then we only allow like things that are within range to use to be on. So like you're not even like rendering all or like actually running all the logic. I feel like something is missing to break out of the default 2020 Unity look. What do you think it is? It's like, I don't think the game is supposed to be super visually pleasing, but like, I don't want the reason why people don't want to make, or sorry, won't play it is if the visuals are actually bad. So like, I definitely want to avoid that. Like, I think it's fine to look generic because I think the movement style and the concept hasn't been done before. From the aspect of you're doing it in 3D, the mouse is what moves the wings. Like, there's a lot of things that I think are like really kind of interesting, and maybe they just suck because like I haven't play tested it with people. So maybe it's just like bad ideas and that's why they haven't been done, or maybe they're great ideas. Like we'll find that out like next week. How did you make this in 10 days? I can only make the log in 10 days. Honestly, the log was one of the things that I reworked the most because like I'm really bad at making textures, and like this texture took me so long to make, and it's like it's not even that good. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's kind of a bad texture. Like if you look at it up close, like it doesn't look great. It looks a lot better than when I had like I started with like just like realistic looking like downloaded from like open source CG0 or whatever it is, like the materials. I think making a game look like an OpenGL project is better than stocky. I mean, I think it looks fine. Personally, like I don't think that like the graphics aren't going to be a selling point, certainly. But I don't think in this type of game they will be that important. Like, think about, like, Only Up. Like, all of these, like, Rage games don't actually have good graphics. And it's because they prioritize, like, gameplay and, like, ingenuity. You know? Like, you're not really, like, in the game for pretty views. You're in the game to, like, get to the end. I gotta go rob the bear's honey and eat it. Good. Good luck with that. Bears are pretty protective of their honey. But yeah, I'm still gonna finish Honey Grab. It just, I didn't see the end to it yet. So I started a project that's a little bit more manageable. Yeah, but if you have any ideas on what could help the graphics, I'm open to listen. But like, I think, like, I could. I mean, that is a possibility, right? I could like intentionally just like decrease the resolution of the render texture, like, and like render it down to like pixels. Maybe I experiment with that, because that actually wouldn't be that hard. Just like taking it and like descaling it and then rendering it to a picture. What if you make races? Well, they're kind of all already going to be races. I don't think I'm going to have multiple of the eggs in the same lobby, at least not now, because that's a lot of overhead. Because ensuring that like multiple birds work in one lobby, that's a lot. And that's like getting into the honey grab territory where it's like a complex multiplayer system. And that's like the reason why I needed to stop with it, because it was too much. But like there's gonna be leaderboards, so like you can still race against your friends and see how good your friends have done on like certain levels. And then I'm probably gonna, for the demo, I'm gonna probably try and get like 3 or 4 achievements made. Like an achievement for beating the level with 2 people, achievement for beating it with 1 person, and then maybe like one for how fast you do it. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna hopefully get the demo out soon. Steam is always difficult because I just published the Steam page like 2 days ago. Subdivide the lava and use bones. Put absolute sine wave 1 minus absolute sine for the bone position. What do you mean by bones? Like, do you mean like actual like skeleton, or like bones for like an armature? Is that what you're saying? Oh, so okay. You're saying to make it go up and down, so it's like a vertex shader. I can look into that, so it's not just like a flat thing and it like goes up and down and scales. That actually might be a really nice touch of polish. But there's some ambiance wind. I don't know if you can actually hear it. Okay, what is going on with those? That looked kind of weird. Yeah, there's some like visual bugs with the outline that I need to like sit down and like figure out. But yeah, that might be a nice touch because right now it's just a scrolling texture. Yeah, that would be cool. Oh, hey, hello. Also, this is the new project I've been working on for the last 10 days. Kind of self-explanatory, but it's a co-op or single-player game. Each person can control one wing. If the left wing angles forward, it goes right. If the right wing angles forward, it goes left. And then you can also angle them back. Yeah, I need to fix this outline. It's atrocious. And so you can like slow down, you can speed up, you can control how big your wing flaps are, you can make them really small, you can do a bunch of stuff. Bones are less trouble than vertex shading. I can't speak for how it is in Unity. I don't know if you can add bones in Unity. Like, that would be something that I would have to do in Blender. I mean, I think it would probably be... I don't know what would be easier. I think vertex shader would definitely look better. But then the goal is to just pretty much make it to the end, and you have a bunch of traps. We're eventually gonna go back to honey grab, but right now this is way easier to get something that people might want to buy. I give you $10 for a VR version of honey grab. The honey grab is nowhere near being done. But yeah, I want to get demo out soon, but it's probably not going to happen. Unfortunately. I also don't know how I feel about this part of the level. Kind of feels a little difficult. It's like you're kind of just going in blind, and then it's like, oh, turn around. And I hit everything. The farther you are, the harder it'll be in Implement VR. I actually don't know how true that is. I don't really know much about VR. Or VR development at all. Yeah, I think this game is fun to play. Which is, I don't know if I can say that about honey grab. And it's definitely like, I don't know. I think I did a decent job on this, at least so far. Definitely a little bit of visual polish is needed. VR support would make the game appear out of 5 Steam games on your homepage that actually have VR support. That sounds about right. Console support without the D-pad. I don't even know what it's like to add console support, honestly. Because I've kind of just been making games for computers. I don't have VR, no. I've never actually really used VR at home. I also need to find music for this game. I don't know what the solution is because I can't write music. I suck at music, so like I'm so bad at music. Who's that? Kevin Malisode? Oh. Yeah, but I need to get people's hands on it. Oh. Does he just like allow like free music? No, I think I'll probably like, depending on how the demo does, I think I probably will not have music in the demo. And if the demo does well, I'll like hire someone to make music. Is probably what I'll do. Because I feel like music, if my target audience is streamers, without me noticing. No, I probably haven't because I use the YouTube library music for all my stuff. But if my target audience, right, is streamers with this game, because I think like that's kind of who this game was made for, right? And then like other people will obviously enjoy it too if you make it for streamers because streamers enjoy it. So, right, but if you make a game for streamers, you have to own the rights to the music because if they get copyrighted striked for like playing your music in your game, like that's going to be like the worst thing. Like no one will want to stream your game because if they can't play the music, they can't. Like it's such a big deal that like I think people really don't realize. Because, like, yeah, it's just a bad. Like, if someone made an entire video about my game and then they upload it to YouTube and then they get copyright striked or they're, like, get a copyright warning before they post it, they're not going to post the video. It's like, I'd way rather be in full control of it, like, owning the rights to a piece of music. As opposed to, like, just saying, I hope this doesn't get copyright striked in the future. You know? Yeah, this game might be too hard. Like, making it to the end without a single crack is like, I can't do it. Yeah, I need to, like, I think when I post about this, I'll make, like, another short video about, like, looking for a musician, or maybe after the demo. Because I think for a demo, you don't really need music. Like, I could be very wrong about that. But, like, I don't think I really need music for a demo. Alright, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to stream. But thank you guys for watching and seeing the new project. I hope you think it looks decent. Oh, God. Yeah, but it might be too challenging. It might be too easy. I don't actually know. But I think it doesn't look great. But, like, I've seen worse looking games. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with. So being hard isn't bad. Yeah, that's kind of the goal. This is, like, definitely a co-op rage game. That's, like, what this kind of is. That's actually literally what it is. I think in my description on both Steam and the YouTube video that I wrote the script for, or most of the script for, I literally call it that. And I think it'll be based on, like, how much you complete with. Or maybe it should just be time. You guys think that the leaderboard should just be time, or how much damage you come into the nest with? Which one do you think is better? Do you think, like, forcing people to, like, go back to checkpoints over and over again to, like, get 0 damage is fine, or should we just allow them to go back to the checkpoint with the same amount of damage? Both like Sonic 2? I don't know what that means. I should probably also stop. I'm going to write that down in notes, actually. I got to stop the timer. Stop timer when finished. Okay. It checks, like, if player 1 won that point, or if tie. Oh, yeah, but which one should be more important? Because 100% you're going to have to include both. But should it be the amount of egg crack you have is more important? Time is more important? Because right now I was thinking that it's egg crack, so you're, like, prioritized to finish with the least egg crack. But I guess, okay, time. I think maybe we'll try time then first, and then just be the amount of, like, egg crack you finish with. Because theoretically, those two things should be correlated, at least to some extent, right? Because if you have a fast time, you probably didn't hit anything. But then I guess allowing for time and not egg crack might allow for, like, some interesting tech where you, like, start by hitting lava, which could be fun. Like, if you don't really care about the egg crack and you feel confident on the rest of the map, you might, like, try and get a lucky bounce with the lava. Like, see, there was an unlucky bounce, but maybe you just keep, like, resetting until you get, like, a lucky bounce and it, like, sends you forward. Which I think could be funny. Resetting for it. It's pretty random which way the lava sends you. Yeah, but I'll set it up as time. At a global leaderboard. With manual approval from some YouTube hashtag, infinite engagement glitch? What do you mean manual approval from some YouTube hashtag? There's definitely going to be a global leaderboard and then like a friends leaderboard, I think. Yeah, see that's the tech. Don't hit that if you're not caring about damage and you feel confident on the rest of the map. But yeah, there's definitely going to be leaderboards because I feel like in a game like this, it'd make this people who really want to like maximize leaderboards continue to play it. And like I think it'd be fun to like, what if I made like I think that would actually be pretty interesting, a streamer only leaderboard so you can see what streamers have completed at the highest. I think that would be kind of funny. Some game I played a while ago had a hashtag relating to the game's speedrunning where they'd manually add you to the global leaderboard after approving your time. Oh. So, like, it's like to prevent cheating and then also for engagement. That's interesting. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I feel like that's a lot of work for one guy to, like, do. Like, I don't want to watch every single video of, like, people running it to add them to the leaderboard. So I don't think I'll probably do that, but it's an interesting idea for engagement. Certainly. Okay. So I have a lot of things that I still need to do. But, like, once the Steam page gets out, I'll apply for, like, the demo build like as soon as I can, and I hope I can get it out before I leave for Thanksgiving, but like I'm not very optimistic on how long Steam will take to get back to me. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. 5 minutes to check approval gives you maybe 20 views in your game, which is good marketing. But that's also assuming that, like, I don't know. I feel like it's just a lot of effort. But I'll think about it. I'll think about it because it is definitely good marketing. It definitely would be good marketing. Yeah, I gotta test with multiplayer mode because I don't actually know how hard this is because I've just been doing it by myself. Single player mode feels fine to play. All right, but I think I'm probably gonna end stream here today. I just wanted to show off this new project. I think I'll probably make shorts and videos again once I have a Steam page because I just hated the idea of like posting and getting views and generating hype without like a call to action or a place that they can go to actually like check stuff out, you know. Hey chick, I was just about to end stream, but we'll keep it going a little bit longer because you got here. Don't even consider making a third project before you finish your second project. Yep. Otherwise you'll go a year without doing anything like me. Yeah, we're definitely finishing this one and like releasing it before we move on. But chick, I made a new game, and over the last 10 days I spent working on this because Honey Grab was nowhere near being done, and I kind of just wanted to get something out into the world. And so I made this little like co-op rage game. The goal is to get to the end of the tier nest, and each person can control one wing and make each wing go forward and backwards. No, it's not a crazy honey grab update. It's another game. But each person can control the wing forward and backwards, and then they flap at different, like they can flap the wing whenever. And so your goal is to like get through everything without hitting the obstacles. I think it plays pretty good. And it's like using some mechanics I've never seen done in games before, where it's like your mouse controls the wing flap, and like if you do longer wing flaps, you gain more speed, pretty much. The 1 hour mark for what, the stream? But it's just something that's a lot smaller and a lot more reasonable to get out fast. Like I've been working on this for 10 days, and I think it's like already like pretty decent. Yeah, 10 days. And like definitely like making honey grab made everything so much faster. Because like I like had like understanding of things that I needed. Hey Delta, I can make a game run at 15 FPS all by myself. I don't need Unreal Engine to do that for me. Yeah, I'm gonna finish it eventually. Because it's close-ish to finishing. Honey grab like realistically is probably only like halfway done, time of development wise. You know, like I still have so much to polish. Whereas this, I feel like I can release it a little bit less polished, graphics wise, and it can be fine. Like I'm not gonna give up on that project because I really want to finish it. I had two AIs talk to each other because I definitely want to finish it. It's just this I feel like has an easier way to success. Halfway, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Yeah, I don't know. It's still like this. That's why I kind of started this project, because it has honey grab had a lot more that I needed to do, in all honesty. Do we think this level level is long enough for a demo? Or should I make it a little bit longer, add some more assets and stuff? Give it a prompt? Probably. Because like I think the average person will probably take a little bit longer than me to finish it. Because I like have the mechanics down. Because I played this for hours. This is Flappy Crossy Road? Kinda. Kinda is. Yeah, I don't know why that's grabbing a different texture. I have to look into that. That's really cool. Only 10 days. Yeah, that's like... It makes me feel like I scoped... And like, the thing is... nearly half of those 10 days was wasted on something that won't even be in the demo. Because if I go back out to the main menu, that button doesn't work yet. If I go back out to the main menu, I spent half of my time working on this level editor, which is a pain, and it's nowhere near being ready to be released. But like, I spent a long time on this, probably way too long. So you can like make your own levels. You can like edit stuff around and make it have like different timings and like different scales, and like you could like drop in everything that you want. And that's like, honestly, if I didn't do that, the game would probably be already like completely ready for a demo. And like you can like place like the pieces, and it's kind of really obnoxious to place pieces now, and I think I probably have to like set up like a grid system or something, because like expecting the user to like do this is like, no. Are you gonna do your own levels with the editor? that was the goal when I started making level editor, is that I might as well make the level editor good enough to make the actual levels and then just make them in the level editor. But then came the realization that it's really hard to use this and that it's probably just easier to make the levels in Unity. Will I be your best friend when you go viral? I don't know, maybe. But like, yeah, you can like change everything about everything. Like I could scale stuff up. I could like scale stuff down, right? Figure out quaternion. I just use coordinate frame because quaternions are black magic to me. So for the Minecraft video that I sent, or the screenshot, I actually took a graphics class in college. Like computer graphics. This was like a really long time ago though. It was actually, I think it was, I don't remember a ton of it because it was the semester that COVID hit. And so halfway through the year, I just like turned off my mind and don't remember the last half of it, but we did quaternions and stuff in that. It's just essentially like you have a angle of rotation, right? You just have like an axis of rotation and then you rotate it around that point rather than rotating in world coordinates. And Q is the amount that you rotate around that axis, and the XYZ is like the axis or like the vector of rotation or whatever they call it. I have no clue what they call it. I'm going to be completely honest. But it's like, I think visualizing quaternions is hard, but like the concept of them, I don't think is crazy. But like how to use quaternions, absolutely. Like I couldn't tell you. I way prefer Euler angles. Like if I have an opportunity to use Euler angles as opposed to quaternions, I'm using Euler angles. Yeah, it's like an axis angle. Like the XYZ component of it is here. Let me. So what it is it's like. Oh, can you guys not see this? Oh, no, you can. So the XYZ, right, is like, so say that we have like a three-dimensional plane here, right? The XYZ component is like, say it was like 1, 1, 1, right? If it was 1, 1, 1, it would go up like this, right? So it'd be 1 in the, what is this? Usually this is the Y, I think. This is, no, that's the X. This is the Y, and this is the Z, right? So it would be at the point 1, 1, 1. And then your quaternion value, say we had like an object here, right? Your quaternion value, which is this last value, is how much you rotated around this line. If I remember correctly, I hate quaternions because I can't really visualize like how much I'm rotating something. Whereas if I like am doing Euler angles, 90 degrees means that I'm rotating like 90 degrees. Right? It's just a lot easier to visualize. You should make an HTML version of Minecraft so I can play it at school. I'll pay $5 if it could. I don't know about that. That seems like a lot of work. But I'm pretty sure that's what a quaternion is. It's like, it's probably really useful because one thing that happens when you use Euler angles is gimbal lock, which like kind of destroys Euler angles. There's probably already a Minecraft website, but if you have any of these rings as you rotate, if they ever overlap completely, you get gimbal lock and it just breaks everything because then you lose a complete axis of rotation. And I think Euler angles is to fix Euler or to fix gimbal lock. I actually don't know. Quaternion fix gimbal lock. Yeah, quaternion avoids gimbal lock, which is the reason why people don't like using Euler sometimes. But like I've actually never ran into gimbal lock when making a game, which is kind of funny because like I talked about it so much in school. Yeah, unit quaternion represents an entire 3D rotation and a single 4-dimensional value. Um, but apparently they do a lot of like behind the scenes Quaternion. It seems like Unity like stores everything in Quaternions so that you don't have gimbal lock. So maybe that's why I don't notice it. It's because they handle that on the back end. So Quaternion is a unit vector and a Euler angle roll. This doesn't necessarily have to be a unit vector, I don't think. Like, for example, like, it could be like 2, 1, 0. Or maybe it is normalized. I don't actually remember. So maybe it is Unity doesn't have webs. No, Unity has website support. You can build out to OpenGL. I've done it before. I don't actually know. That's probably a normalized vector, but it's not like a unit vector because you can like specify what the line that you're rotating around is. Like we could rotate around that line or around this line or around that line, right? If we just said like 0, 1, 0, and then a rotation of like, I don't know if it's an angle or if it's like 1 to 0. I think 1 might be a full rotation and 0 might be no rotation. That would rotate around like this line somehow. But I won't make an HTML version of HoneyGrab because making network support for that sounds awful. But yeah, if I go into File, Build Profiles... Actually, I don't think I have it downloaded, so it's probably not going to show up. Oh yeah, we have web. I don't have it installed because I'm not planning on building for web, but you can build for web. And you can like build for like everything pretty easily in Unity so long as your shaders compile on both machines. And like I'm working on a Mac, so my shaders will always compile as long as they matrices are bad and good depending on what we're doing. I mean, like basic like matrix multiplication isn't too bad, but like there are a lot of things that I do hate about matrices. But I took too many matrices classes in college, but I don't remember any of it because it went right out of my head. Anything high school math terrifies me. I think up to like calculus 2 is fine. Everything beyond that is kind of bad. I don't get anything beyond calculus 2. Like multivar is where it completely lost me. Okay. I think we're gonna call stream here. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully the new project seems fun. I'll be posting about it once the Steam page is up. But I just felt bad. Yeah, I do. I tutor math. I don't work too many hours a day, but I work like anywhere from 1 to like 4. But yeah, I'm a math tutor. I tutor up to calculus. Should change your names. Yeah. So actually, good point. Check. Should I change it to Rayleigh? Should I like pull the Band-Aid off and just do it? And then I think I will. I think I'll change the name of the project and then make like a little video about like not seeing the end of the tunnel with HoneyGrab and just like starting a new project temporarily. Once I get the Steam page up and running. But yeah, I'll definitely change my name before I push out a new video, I think. I'm just gonna... having 2 channels seems silly because like I wasn't monetized on a single one. Why would I work on 2? So what I'll do is I'll just take over that name on my main channel, and then let that channel go. I think is what we'll do. Because having 2 channels seemed a little silly. I definitely just want to have one. It makes everything a little bit easier. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your Saturday. Yeah, it's a little silly to have 2. So we'll have one. We'll change this one so it's not just HoneyGrab though. All right, see you guys. Hopefully you have a good rest of Saturday. Thank you for watching. Bye.